to Nobody Asked for This podcast with Cali and Saulyna. I want to talk about weirdness, being weird.
The act of weird.
Yes, because it's so looked down upon, and I don't understand why it is, because I just realized that your vase is a butt.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to see the front?
Yeah. Oh my god, is it a puss?
It's like kinda.
Is there a slit in it?
No, it's just an indentation. There's like a belly button indentation, and then it's not like all the way up like that. But yeah, not a whole flap.
That's so funny. I just noticed that, which is so funny because I literally just was talking about weirdness. Okay, yeah, this is gonna flow great.
I'm getting the top half too. I want the boobs too.
Ooh, is there actual nipples?
Yeah, there's nipples.
That's exciting. I can't wait to see it.
But anyway, let's get weird.
Yeah, for real. So I actually have just certain questions that I guessed would be described as weird. And I think they can lead us into other conversations.
Okay.
Okay, showering. How do you shower? What is your routine of showering?
Like, what kind of shower is it?
Like full shower. Everything shower.
I turn on the shower. I let it get hot. I get in. I put my face stuff on and I just like leave it on while I do everything else. And then if I'm shaving, I'll wash my body first and then shaving cream, shaver. And then I'll wash my hair. And then I usually end up re-washing my body after I wash my hair too. And then that's pretty much it. And then besides the conditioner and like all that stuff.
Mine's like the complete opposite of that. So you do your face and body like first, I guess.
Yeah, so I do face. It's only if I'm shaving I do my body first. If I'm not shaving, I'll do face, hair, body.
So whenever you shave, are you supposed to use when do you use exfoliator? Is that like before you wash your body or is that after you wash your body?
I do mine after I shave.
After you shave.
Yeah. Every Monday and Friday.
So even after you shave though, then do you rewash the body or is your body already clean?
No. It's definitely already clean.
So you soap, shave, exfoliate.
Yes.
But you don't get you don't have the little beads all over you?
Yeah, you just rinse it off. I don't wash it off.
Huh, okay.
I just keep rubbing it as it's coming off.
Does yours make...
Where's this going?
Well, I think this can just lead into like how you get out of the shower. Do you wipe your feet off or do you walk on your rug with wet feet?
I don't know. Let me think. I wish I could just do it. I'm pretty sure I wipe my feet off.
I hope.
Because my towel is right there. So it's like I get out, grab the towel, feet and down. And it's mostly because my rugs are like more for decoration and not actually to absorb water.
I don't think any rug should absorb the water. I think you so do you dry off like before you're getting out?
Yeah, I'm already starting to dry off. Yeah,
I turn off the shower and I dry off in the shower. Like I literally I put my...
and then step out.
I put my leg up like on the tub and I like wipe everything. Like I dry off before I get out of the shower.
Yeah, that makes sense. My mom would do the same thing too because she hates water getting everywhere.
Yeah, 100%. And then,
but sometimes I wouldn't.
Did you know that you're supposed to clean your belly button?
Yes.
Because I did not know that until like my sophomore year of college.
Why? Why wouldn't you? I clean every single hole that exists on my body.
I don't know. Whenever I was cleaning myself, I kind of was just, I don't know, I guess just like going like this. Like I wasn't going in anything. And then I remember someday they were like, oh no, like I actually put stuff in my belly button. I was like, what? I was like, you put stuff in your belly button?
I do too. But I have a super super deep belly button. Like I have the belly button that like a 500-pound person would have. It's so deep.
I didn't, and like your ears. You do stuff for your ears in the shower?
And no, just besides washing behind them, I like to like scrub behind them because all the oil and stuff from my hair. But no, just Q-tips outside of the shower.
I do that part.
I feel like when people like when they were getting bathed by their parents, the parents were just always like, "Don't forget behind your ears. Don't forget your belly button."
No one has ever told me don't forget to clean your belly button. But no, I was just thinking about that the other day because I was like, I know I do everything super like Cali version. So I was always like, I wonder what I'm supposed to be doing.
I don't think there's like a supposed to for anything because I always try to find like even when I'm watching the TikToks of people's get ready with me or whatever, I'm like maybe I should try that way, and I'm like nope, that doesn't work. Does
Yeah.
not work. I'm like I need my hair to be doing this step while my makeup's doing this step or while my clothes are doing this.
Okay, what about whenever you're getting ready? Is it like underwear first, socks, pants? How do you get clothed?
When I have a bra on,
Sure.
um, I do all undergarments first.
Like including socks?
Yeah, every single one.
Wow.
Because I actually changed that like a couple years ago because my pants started getting tighter and tighter. There would be some days like my jeans were so tight like I couldn't lift my leg up to put my sock on. So I had to start putting the sock on because I couldn't bend down or like anything in like my skirt or pants or jeans or something.
I never thought of that. That's actually so funny. Okay. Huh. Wait, so do you put on both of your socks and then your shoes, or is it a sock, shoe, sock, and a shoe?
My socks are always on first.
Well, I guess when we're talking about it in this sense. But say you were
And
wearing,
what is yours?
like my order of getting dressed, mine is, well, I normally am just underwear and then I like walk around for a while and then tank top, pants, and then I like go and do my hair or my face routine, and then I put on my shirt, and then my socks, and then my shoes are getting on when I'm leaving the house, but not like in the house or not even like in the process of it, I guess.
So let's say I was already dressed for the day and it's a couple hours later and I have to leave and I'm putting socks and shoes on. So because like I just didn't have socks on in the house. I think I would put on both my socks and both my shoes.
Yeah,
So
that's what I would do too. Because if you got two socks in your hand, why would you
what's the
put
point?
one
You want me to
down?
set it
And
down?
yeah, why would you do that? Oh, do you talk to yourself in a third person?
As in like Saulyna's gonna go do this. Saulyna's
Yeah.
gonna do this. I do not. But sometimes like I call myself names and I'll be like
Like bitch? Or like somebody else's name?
no, like no, not somebody else's name. I'll be like, okay, dumb bitch, do this. Okay, pretty girl, come on, or like just like random shit.
Okay. I talk to myself in third person all the time.
Like Cali is going to go get the mail.
I don't even know of an example. Like how I'm always just like, well, this is the Cali way. Like
This is the
this is
Cali
how
way.
Cali
You
does it.
do that.
Yeah.
You do, or you're like that's such a Cali sweater.
Yeah.
That's such a Cali though. You do. I don't think I ever noticed.
But I feel like that's kind of But like that's like how I feel that my friends look at me. Like say I would show you that sweater, you'd be like, "Oh, that's such a you sweater." So I feel like that's why I'm always like, "Okay, well this is a Cali vibe."
Because that's what everyone's doing around you.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does. It's kind of like people associated you with these things, so now it like trained you to associate yourself with it too, in the same exact way that they are.
Yeah. Okay, so this like actually really pissed me off. So, how do you view your relationship with your dog?
As in him being my child.
Yes. Okay, so this is what here's what triggered me. So, on Easter, um of course they were like, "Okay, well, what do you want to take home, Callie?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I need to bring home ham cuz I told Lucy I was going to bring her some home." And they were like, "Well, how'd she reply?" Like they were kind of like trying to make fun of me. And I was like, "Do you guys not talk to your dog like that?" Like I literally have full on conversations with her.
Yeah, I literally, that's insane.
I make her, she has a voice in my head. Like she's answering. And so whenever they said that to me, I was just like, what kind of dog parent are you? Like,
Yeah, they're
what?
fake ones. They're dog parents who think their pets are actually pets. But like, no, I do shit like that all the time. Like, we were at the dog park, and only one side is supposed to be locked, and the other side's supposed to be open. And I didn't think the dog believed me, so I legit, I even though I knew both sides were closed, I walked him across the whole field just so I could show him the lock on the door. And I'm like, look, it's locked. It's not me. It's locked.
Yeah.
And the people who take care of the grounds out there were like just staring. And I was like, I just had to show them. I had to prove
No.
it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think that's weird at all. I expect you to have a communication with your animal.
Wait, but could we just be like this because we don't have actual children?
Oh,
Like the people you were talking to, did they have real kids?
yes.
Yeah. So there, that void for them is filled, and we're filling ours with pets.
I didn't think of that. I want to know how they treat their animal. Like when I walk Lucy by herself, I'm talking to her the entire time. If it's just me and her going on a walk, she's going to hear about my day and
Yeah.
what we're doing tomorrow and what pissed me off today. And it's just like, so do you just walk your dog? That's all you're doing?
But then I hate it when it's like that, because and then I'm like, what is the dog enjoying out of this? Like they're just so happy, and I feel like they're the only people who can never do you any wrong either. So it's like when I just see his face, I'm like, I'm happy again.
Yeah. Whenever I'm going out to eat, I'll be like, I'll bring you home a hamburger. I'll be back in 45 minutes. And then I come home and I'm like, I got you your dinner. Like, do you not do that?
I mean, I personally do not, because Soul has a very sensitive belly, but yeah, we ordered treats from Pittsburgh for him, like literally had packaged treats for him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, call your grandma and tell her thank you. Put
Yeah.
him on FaceTime.
No, like I seriously have real conversations with her. I guess even though I'm not getting answers.
But no, they answer. That's what I was getting to. Like they answer, and it makes me so mad, because I'm like, I even just know by the way like he's looking, and the way he said this, the way like his ears went back or didn't go back. I'm like, he's understanding. Like he knows what's going on,
Mhm.
and he like, and Soul gets smart with me too. When he comes back from the bathroom, he's not allowed to jump right back on the couch or right on the bed, because his paws are wet and gross, and his like private parts are still a little wet sometimes. But sometimes he'll just come in and jump, and I'm like, you get off the couch, blah, blah, blah. And he talks back. Like, he starts doing like this. And I'm like, all right, you're getting smart. Get down. Go in your room. Get in the cage.
Yeah, he knows. No, but like Lucy today, I gave her a hard boiled egg and she literally put it in her mouth and then went, and it just fell out. Like she was going to eat it and then she was like,
And then she's like, no, I don't
this
want
actually isn't good. And
that.
I was like, girl, what? And the way that it fell on the floor, like it was so funny. And then she sniffed it and she re-ate it. So I just think she didn't have enough time to process what it was at first.
Like what that was.
Yeah. But it was hilarious because I'm like, oh, girlfriend, you don't like it? Okay, like, here's a meatball then. So then I'm like doing all these different things, and it's just so funny because I guess really, I mean, she's not communicating yes or no, but I am answering it for her.
For her.
So
what if they could, like, obviously they can't, but what if they could just talk one day and they're like, I actually hate when you do this. You think I love it and I hate it.
the previous death scare that I had with her, I literally looked at her and I said, just talk. I know that you can. Just talk. Like, I was just like, okay, I know if she's ready to die, she's gonna say a word to me. It's gonna come out. Like, even if it's like a bark, but in the tune of I love you, like, she's going to communicate me before she dies. Like, I know she will.
But would you take it in any form possible? Like, how would you want her to communicate? Like, if you were like, Lucy, sneeze right now if you can hear me, and she actually did it, would you take it?
Yes, because the other day I said to her, which food do you want, this one or this one? And she went like this, like in the direction. And then I gave her this food. I said something that she's going to do anyways. Like, I was like, blink if you love me. And like, you're going to blink no matter
And
what.
she's gonna do it.
So, of course, as soon as she did it, I was like, yeah. Like, you know, just things like that. But no, but I thought that was just really weird that whenever they called me out like that on Easter, I was like, dang, how do you treat your animal?
But your way is like the right way and the normal way, but their way is the right way and the normal way. So I guess it comes down to like your interpretation of weird.
Okay, so I had this conversation at work today about how I'm pretty sure I've had this conversation like on here with you about how I think my healing experience for myself in a relationship point of view, everything that I could do for myself, I have done, and like the parts that I'm lacking are because I need them to be like healed by the partner. And I downloaded Hinge, and I feel so wrong because you said this to me too, like, I feel like I'm using them because I don't know if it's my mindset of me knowing or feeling that I'm not going to date you, which I guess is my problem because I shouldn't be going into something that's new already with an answer. So then I'm like, okay, well, I still feel like I'm using you because you know you're helping me heal. And then I'm like, well, I've been used my entire life. So why can't I use these people to help me?
But like, what aspect are you using them?
I don't know, but I made myself feel really shitty about it today.
Yeah, I don't think I'm understanding why you would think you'd be using them in any kind of way when they voluntarily created the page to be used,
Oh.
to be discovered. But I'm not even sure how Hinge works. Is it like, does it have the same agenda as Tinder? Like, people are like, oh, you don't get a Tinder unless you want to fuck. Like, you don't go on Tinder to find relationships, or is Hinge like actually like a good one?
I think Hinge is the step up from Tinder. I'm sure people still feel that way. I mean, it's a dating app, but I'm just pretty sure that Hinge, I guess, has a better reputation. I don't really understand it, but I'm also
People at home are probably getting on their Hinge right now saying like, why isn't it matching me with Cali?
I have my location set up as something different.
Oh.
Because I ain't doing that. PA folks, I ain't doing that. So yeah, I already helped myself there. This guy actually DM'd me, and it's a guy that we both know. Just like a random conversation. He was venting to me about his girl's problems. And this actually made me think of what I'm talking about right now is sometimes I give the answer for someone else instead of letting them answer it for themselves. Does that make sense?
No. Can you give like the exact situation or no?
I can just give an example. So say if I'm a girl in a relationship and boy and I get into a fight about something and I'm like, well, no, because you're going to use this against me in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I am answering for him instead of him being like, what do you mean? Like, you're just comparing me to all of your exes.
You're not going in there with a clean slate or open-minded, so he really has no chance at all before you even meet or speak to one another.
Yeah, so then I was comparing myself, like what I just said. I'm already answering how I just said I changed my location. Well, why am I answering for all these PA men that I don't know, but I'm answering for the people that I do know in PA that I don't want to be with? You
That
know
you
what I
don't want to
mean?
be with. Yeah. Like you're missing out on potentially good because you're scared of leaning into something bad.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, Cali. And then how I texted you about the guys' traits that I'm into don't come with looks.
Yeah.
And it's totally okay because this is when I started to get real deep at work. And I think I've brought this up to you before. How I like don't find people hot. Like I'm always just like, oh, they're cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I ever tell you, well, not a girl. I tell girls they're hot all the time.
Girls are hot.
Yeah, if I tell guys that are hot, like I don't know. I think guys just need a lot more for me to be hot than their looks because their looks, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck if you have a pretty face because you're probably stupid as fuck. So I guess my beauty standard for males are just super different, I guess, than the perception that I have for females. But what?
I don't know because to me, like I feel like okay, this I'm probably overthinking it, but hot to me is linked with intimacy and sex and things like that. So it's kind of like, oh, if I think someone's hot, I most likely want to fuck him, but I'm not going to like date him. But you have trouble with intimacy and sex, so I'm like maybe because she doesn't have that link, she doesn't have like the intimacy built in her, she doesn't find anyone hot because she's like not sexually attracted to people like that.
Maybe that is what it is because I literally don't think I've ever told anyone that they're hot. Or, I mean, when I'm hammered, I definitely do. But sober Callie has never told you you're hot. Or I just do because it's a confidence boost and I know it's what you want to hear, but I don't think you're
Yeah.
hot.
I call people hot all the time, even if I like don't think they're hot. I'm just like, okay, that was hot, that was hot, that was hot. You're
Yeah.
hot.
Well, I'll
But
say that. Like, I'll say that was hot, but I won't say you're hot.
I'm real bad at complimenting people anyway.
Yeah,
So
you
like
are.
I don't even know how I would say it. Even if I could even if I'm thinking it, I don't say
I'm getting hot. Okay. But,
it. You're hot.
but, so then this came down to me thinking, I've never really been attracted to the people. I don't want to say this because I really hope
Because
they're
it's
not
gonna sound like
listening.
superficial.
Yes, I really hope they're not listening. And because it's going to sound superficial. But I've never been attracted to my exes. Like, it's not.
Physically attracted to your exes.
Yes. It's not that I was like, I'm not saying they're not cute. Oh, fuck. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You're gonna be like Ariana Grande when she talked shit on her exes and all that song, and then they came back and like, why did you say this about me in your song? That's how you're about to be. You're gonna be like, why did you call us all ugly on your fucking podcast?
Well, honestly, there's no way that my exes are listening to this. There's literally no way. But I'm also making it sound like I have 700 exes. But, Okay, so I've never really been attracted to the people that I have been involved with.
Okay.
And then, you know how people are always like, well, what attracted you then? Like, what made you stay?
Yeah.
And I've definitely been asked this question before, and I was always like, hell no. But making this connection today, I was like, shit, Cali, this actually might be what it was. You know how people are always like, well, you were dickmatized or whatever, and like you just loved the sex?
Yeah.
I think that actually was what it was, but not in a good point of view. So I think it's because I don't know if this is actually what I think, but it just kind of made sense to me when I made this an assumption today. But I think I was so infatuated with them because the dick was the prime source of me doing what I was supposed to be doing and also my way of getting forgiveness. Like it was the source of everything.
Okay, so do you mean that as in you felt like better about yourself when you were having sex with them because you were giving them what you thought you were supposed to be doing and what they wanted?
So
I don't know
I don't
how
know.
it's
Yeah,
connecting.
I know. So I think I don't know how to describe it either, but I think that's I was just trying to make sense of why I was with the people I was with and because they were like, "Well, you probably stayed with them because they were cute." And I was like, "Why would I stay with someone just because they were cute? Like that makes no sense."
Yeah.
So
And
that
especially with how ugly some of their personalities got, it's like no, that would have just made them ugly in all aspects.
yeah, so then I'm like, okay, well, I actually wasn't even getting treated good. So why did I stay in this relationship? Now that I'm not viewing the dickmatized as in like, oh, they had good dick, like that's not what it is. It's me being I don't like persuaded by the dick.
Weighted by the dick.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I knew if I was in the wrong, the dick was the answer to everything in my past situations because it was like, okay, if we're fighting, that means we're having sex. If I did something wrong, that means he's fucking me. If he did something wrong, that means I have to fuck him. Like, it was just so, it was literally the answer to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And how you talk about, like, when you do make a good connection, sex is, something that you look forward to. It's something that holds you together. Well, it still does, even if it's negative.
Even if it's negative, yeah, because yours weren't even in the best situations, and it's like I'm just throwing sex in every situation, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just connecting you in all the good ways and all the bad ways.
So I think that's what it was because I didn't know that this was negative. Does this, I mean, it probably doesn't make sense, but it kind of was making sense to me when I was thinking about it today because I was just like, the dick was the answer to everything. Like, whenever you say you get into an argument and they bring home flowers.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying the sex is the flowers for the guy in this. It's supposed to be like, oh, everything's washed, where we've come together and comes together, and and now everything's washed away and fine.
Yeah, or I guess I'll actually bring up some real experiences, but I remember whenever I fucked this guy and then the guy that I like was with, he was calling me a whore for fucking someone else, but then had to fuck me that night because he needed to be the better dick, the dick that I
Oh my
remember.
god.
Like it was the dick was literally the answer. The dick was always the solution in my problems. The dick was glorified. The dick was the prized possession that I thought I was supposed to be, I guess, receiving or giving in a sense. I mean, I don't have a dick, but I think you understand what I mean. Does this make sense?
So if I really wanted to, it can, but like on the surface, no.
I feel like it doesn't because of your experiences and like of how stable you are now. Because saying this out loud, I don't want it to make sense because now I'm just like, Callie, like, why? Like, you notice this right now. Why couldn't you notice it then? I don't want it to make sense either. But I'm taking it back to 5 years ago. And it's like, okay, let's actually make sense of this and let's figure it out. And now I'm finally like, wait, maybe this is why it made sense.
Okay, so how can you fix that now, though? Like, you can't just take dick out of a relationship. I mean, technically you could because you think girls are hot and guys are not, and dick ruins relationships.
That kind of brings it back together of me not answering for other people. Like, I need to put myself in the situation of actually having a good date, actually finding a good guy, and actually having someone that wants to understand me and wants to please me and wants me to be in my femininity and actually, I guess, enjoy me and enjoy the experience. But I take myself out of those situations. I guess I don't know how to enjoy myself. I'm such a people pleaser.
Hmm. Naturally, though. So it's literally you. I don't even think you do it on purpose anymore. It's just your automatic instinct goes to helping other people, even if it's inconveniencing you.
Incredibly, 100%. But I think that's why I literally need to go on dates, but I'm viewing it as me using people because I don't see success in it for myself.
Hmm.
I don't even view it in a positive notion at all because I'm like, well, if they want to go on a date with me, it's because they want to fuck me. Like, that's literally how I view it.
I mean, because it's true, and that's happened multiple times.
And yeah, but like if you talk to a guy about this, they're like, well, if you talk to some guys about it, they're like, well, that's not true. Not every guy wants to fuck you. But then whenever I talk to my other guy friends, they're like, Callie, if he's taking you out to dinner, it's because he wants to fuck you. And I'm like, well,
Hmm.
I don't understand because the nice guys that I talk to, of course they want to take me out to dinner. But then the fuck boys that I talk to, they're expecting something out of dinner. And it's like, well, then how am I
So now
supposed
you're
to
saying
think?
no to dinner to everyone.
Yeah, like what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to feel? Because y'all are telling me to think this way. So why don't you fucking coach me in that? Because I'm lost. It makes no sense.
And then it just sucks because, and then I want to tell you, then start saying yes. Just say yes. Go on a million dates, do 100,000 dates, and then it's like, what if they just all are that bad?
I know. But like, why are we thinking? Why are we answering for them?
But you'd just be answering for them and saying everyone's good later.
I don't know. I feel like I actually don't know anything that I am saying, but for some reason, I don't know how I want to explain it because it doesn't. The person that I am right now, sitting in this chair in this moment, what I'm saying does not make sense, but I know that, or no, I don't even want to say I know, but I think it is how I felt during the time of the relationship that I had 5 years ago.
Hmm.
What did you bring to the table besides your dick?
Okay, that's problem A then.
Like, that had to be what it was.
Yeah, because I'm trying to even just give him an example of, well, did you like when he did this or this or this? But it's, I don't know anything about it.
But it's also like, I never. But it's not like I enjoyed sex, so I don't know what the dick was holding over me.
Oh,
the
I don't. But
long pause.
it's just so hard because my situations are not similar to yours at all. So whereas I want to say this and this, it's like I don't agree with any of it. I don't know what to say the opposite, and I don't want it to seem like I think everything you're saying is wrong. But our experiences are just so different.
I know. And I don't know anyone, like the people that I know that have bad experiences in relationships, they were the bad ones. It wasn't like the guy that were the bad ones. So even when I talk to them, I guess it's like triggering because they're the person that I was getting abused by, essentially. So I never know how to talk about it. And I love talking to you because it's refreshing. But at the same time, it sucks.
I'm not in your situations.
Yeah, you can only understand it. Well, one, on what you know, on what I tell you. But you also, you don't have to understand it. You're kind of just, there. And I don't know how to process things.
The human brain, especially yours, I think is incapable of processing the amount of things that you want it to on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
I know. And your mind changes so much.
Do you think that I'm thinking about dick so negatively because I haven't received any?
Because you've been celibate for so long?
Yeah.
Probably.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, maybe it's because I'm fucking deprived.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a good thing. But I go through phases. If I am not sexually active for a long time, I'm at the point I'm like, okay, I don't even feel like doing it anymore. It doesn't matter. But then I'm like, all right, well, let's just do it. And then I do it. I'm like, okay, it's great. I like it. Again, I forgot. Sorry.
No, because I know you know this. There's one guy that I have been able to fall on from age 15 to now. Like, I know I could call him any day, anytime. He can come over. I can do whatever. We can do whatever we want. But to me, I feel like that is me using him. And like, I don't view hooking up as a powerful tool. I view it as one of us using the other person.
But the hooking up is literally the definition of having a mutually beneficial relationship.
But I don't even know if it is because I'm just like, I just want to fuck, but I don't want to be fucking you.
Yeah. Then find someone else to hook up with.
I can't because when I fuck, I want to have a connection. I don't, even though I never really have, but now it's just like, this shit is just too much for me, I think.
I feel you on the connection part though, because if there's nothing attracting me to you, not even looks wise, just like personality wise, if you're not interesting to me, like no part of me wants to have sex with you.
Yeah, because with this guy specifically, I'm like, okay, I know you can get the job done, but I don't want you to get to say that you're fucking me. And I don't know why that's such a big deal for me.
It is.
Like, it's a really big deal for me. And I don't know why it is.
I know that logic so well because there were actually a lot of situations I got myself out of by saying, like, do I want them to be able to even say they were ever with me? If someone asks me, I'm saying I don't even have their phone number. But, like, guys, you and I aren't bad. We're flexes. People are going to flex if they're if they want to be with us. If they're going to be with us, you know?
I don't think I've ever been called a flex. Like, what?
We are like people are flexing just to even have conversations with us. Even when we open this podcast, they're like, let me on there, let me have your clout, whatever. Getting off topic, but so I've gotten out of a lot of situations because I didn't want that guy to be even able to associate him and I in the same anything ever. You know?
Your legs look really good.
Thank you.
You're
I'm back in the
welcome.
gym.
Yeah, you're hitting that shit. But yeah, I totally agree because sometimes I'm just, I don't know, I'm like, put some respect on my name.
Exactly. But yeah, thank you, because, and even just going back to that, because we have so many, I'm trying to word this, I was going to say so many bodies to our name that aren't even actually ours. Like, people literally make up stories about them doing this with us being there, us doing this on both sides. And I know that happens with females in general, but it happened to us way more often than the average person. And I'm like, bro, I don't even think we've ever even been one-on-one in a room ever. Where did that even come from? And the guys act all stupid. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where that came from. That blah, blah, blah. That shit is so annoying.
Yeah, people lie all the time about fucking. Me specifically. I'll be like, when did that happen? I mean, it definitely could have if I was drunk and I just don't remember. So, like, most of the time, that's literally when maybe it actually did and I just don't fucking know. And that's why I don't care anymore because I'm just like, okay, shit, it probably did happen. But, like, whenever it was going on in high school, I wasn't blacking out yet. So I was just like, this makes no sense. Like, why do you want to fuck me that bad?
Yeah. But pussy's powerful.
Oh, my coworker came in the other day and she was like, "Damn, it's hard having a WAP." And I lost it. I lost it. I thought it was so funny.
Speak facts.
At first, I was like, "Wait, what's a WAP?" And I had to think about it because I totally forgot. And then I was like, "Oh, wet ass pussy." It is so funny.
It is hard out here. I respect that. That's good. That's a motto.
This conversation went from weirdness how to shower to Cali having a sex problem and then turning it into a wet ass pussy.
It's about things that, all things weird, all things not weird. Honestly, I don't even know what the definition of weird is anymore. Weird is cool, weird is not cool, and sex is cool for some.
No, but sex should be good for everyone. It's just hard after you have so many negative experiences to see the positive in things. That's how it is in everything, not even about sex. It's hard to see the positive in certain things whenever you have negative things in your life.
Yeah, and numerous negative things and repetitive negative things, and then that's what you start believing in. That's how a belief system is created. But see ya. I'm ready to go.
I hope I find sex to be good one day.
I hope you do too. I think it would just like make you happy.
I think it would too, but I think my other problem is probably my body image. We'll talk about that next week, maybe.
Body image.
Yeah, and like confidence.
Uh, uh.
Oh, yeah, gotta go, guys. Gotta go.